What's going on, y'all? It's your boy No Interest, and I'm back again with another one. I need you guys to do me a favor, hit that like button, that subscribe button, notification icon for more videos and lives like these. That being said, let's get into it. We got breaking news in the sport of boxing. Manny Pacquiao and Gervonta Tank Davis has agreed to fight at a catch weight. Not too sure what the catch weight is right now, but they have agreed to fight, and they're gonna fight in 2026. Manny Pacquiao is looking to cash out. Gervonta Davis is the perfect opponent for Manny Pacquiao to cash out. Support the channel if you got a Venmo. Show your boy some love. Tap the Venmo. The Venmo is right there. If you need cash app, hit me up. Show the channel some love for more content and more lives so we can lock in for more videos and lives like these. But yeah, man, that's breaking news in the sport of boxing, man. Can y'all really believe it? How old is Manny Pacquiao? The man is damn near 50 years old and he's trying to fight a young prime Gervonta Davis. Even though Gervonta Davis didn't look too good his last time out against Lamont Roach, but he's still a dangerous man. Manny Pacquiao, at the age of 46, 47 years old, want to go in a ring with somebody like Tank? How will he be able to deal with that speed, the reflexes of a Tank? You know, I just think it's going to be too much for Pac. We might see Pac get laid out again, you know? Or am I overrating Gervonta? Maybe I'm overrating Gervonta. Maybe Pac, man, pulls it off and beat Tank. What if, what if, what if Pac Man beats Tank? Maybe I'm overrating Gervonta. Maybe I'm overrating Gervonta. Maybe Pac Man Pacquiao beats Tank. What y'all think, man? Let me know in the comment section. Can y'all really believe this fight really about to happen this year? Pacquiao versus Gervonta Davis, bro. We know Pacquiao tried to fight Rolly Romero. Pacquiao was trying to fight Rolly Romero, right? And that fight didn't materialize. He like, nah, why would I fight Rolly, man? Rolly, he got a little bit of a name, but the fans not really going to want to see that fight like that. They not really going to pay for it. I need somebody with a bigger name. I need somebody for everybody to start talking. Gervonta Davis. Man, he said, I want Tank. I don't want Rolly. Give me Tank. Rolly, he's dangerous. He's dangerous, but he doesn't have a name. Tank, he's dangerous, but he has a name, so I'd rather fight him. I don't know, guys. I don't know how to feel about this news that Gervonta Davis is fighting Manny Pacquiao. I really don't know how to feel about this news. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where to start. I just hope it's a good fight. You know. Manny Pacquiao's almost 50 years old. Ever since his loss to let me break this down for y'all. Manny Pacquiao was in the fight of the century versus Floyd Mayweather, right? Manny Pacquiao has did great things in the sport of boxing. He's also suffered some devastating losses and embarrassing losses, especially that loss to a school teacher, Jeff Horn, a guy nobody even knew at the time. That's kind of embarrassing for a guy like Manny Pacquiao. Just that loss to Jeff Horn is hard to put Manny Pacquiao in the In my opinion, it's hard to put Manny Pacquiao in the top 10 of all time because of that loss. Just because of that loss to what's his name, Jeff Horn, it just doesn't make any sense to me, bro. How can you be one of the top fighters of all time losing to a guy in Jeff Horn? It just doesn't add up, bro. It doesn't add up. It doesn't make any sense in the world. And then get knocked out cold by Manuel Marquez. Yeah, it's not really sitting well with me, bro. I don't get it. I don't get how people could put Manny Pacquiao as one of the greatest of all time when he had these losses to these people that he should have never lost to. It just doesn't make sense to me, bro. I mean, but it is what it is. To each his own, bro. But just sitting down and thinking about it, you like he's accomplished great things in the sport of boxing, but he's also tainted his legacy and his resume from the losses. It's not that he lost, it's who he lost to, bro. You guys understand what I'm saying? It's not that Manny Pacquiao lost. People lose in the sport of boxing, but it's who he lost to. That's the problem. The Floyd Mayweather loss, that's a 50-50 fight. So nobody can say, hey, he lost to Floyd Mayweather. So he's not one of the greatest fighters of all time. No, that's expected because it was a 50-50 fight. But losing to Marquez by a knockout, losing to Jeff Horn, yeah, that puts a stain on your legacy, your resume, bro. What source are you getting info from? The Boxing Report 75813. I'm getting it from the Boxing Report 7581. I'm getting it from you, bro. You the source. You the source. I'm getting it from you. You feel me? You told me about the fight happening. I appreciate you for telling me. The Boxing Report 75813. You my source. You feel me? Good looking for telling me that the fight's gonna happen. And they have agreed on the fight. But anyway, getting back to what I was saying, um, Manny Pacquiao has tainted his legacy, in my opinion. It's not that he lost. It's one thing to lose, but it's who you lost to. And those losses should forever haunt him and should keep him out of the top 10 of all time, in my opinion. You know, in my opinion. This nigga said Blue Blood told me. Blue Blood, the king of clickbait. You think I'm gonna you think I'm gonna do a video or a live based around Blue Blood? The guy is the king of clickbaits. Yeah. Why would I ever do a live based off of what Blue says? Blue for nine. These dudes are known clickbaiters. Corny fight. Yo, boom, bad street. Salute, my guy. He said corny fight. They back trying to play popularity fights. I mean, that's exactly what it is, Brody. Salute, my guy. What's going on, my boy? It's been a minute. How you though? But that's exactly what it is. It's a popularity thing. They trying, you mean? He lied and said a negotiation begin with Pacquiao. I ain't getting it from Blue, bro. I ain't trying to be smart. Yo, the boxing report. I ain't trying to be smart. I ain't getting it from Blue. I ain't getting it from Blue. I see. I was on the internet searching something and it popped up. And it popped up. I seen it and I read about it. I could probably read the article to you. Damn, I don't got my other phone. But I was on the. Let me hold on. Let me pause this real quick and see if I can find the article. Nah, my screen's gonna mess up if I go look for the article. But I was on the internet reading about it. It was saying that they they're gonna fight in 2026, and they're trying to figure out the weight, either 145, 147, or something like that. But yeah, they're gonna fight 140 or 145, somewhere around there at a catch weight. Pacquiao mess around and hurt Tank. Ain't fight a puncher. Hey yo, boom, bad streets. You said Pacquiao can beat Tank? I don't know about that. I don't know about that, man. I'm not the biggest Tank fan, but I don't think Pacquiao's. Guys, Devin Haney just announced his next move up. What do you mean up? Are you trolling me, bro? The boxing report 75813. What did Devin Haney say? Let me know what he said, my guy. Are you trying to troll me, bro? What did Devin say, bro? Because the last thing I seen from Devin, nah, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I don't believe he's going to 54. He just got to 47. And Keyshawn Davis says he wants to fight Dev. So why would Dev go to 154? Unless he wants to fight Jerron Ennis. You sure he said that? Where's your source? Where is your source, buddy? The boxing report. Where is your source, my boy? Where is your source? Where'd you get that? I doubt Devin said that. I can't believe that, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. I can't believe Devin really said that. It don't sound right, Brody. Devin was undisputed at 147. I am at IMP Manslayer. P. Damn, what type of name is this, my boy? What type of name is this, my boy? IMPMON, loyal servant. Dang, that name long as shit, my guy. 4406. Sheesh. I almost had a brain freeze trying to read your name, my guy. I almost had a brain freeze trying to read your name. My source is his Twitter, buddy. Hey. Yo, the boxing report 75813. You funny as shit, gang. He said my source is his Twitter. Who Twitter? Who Devin said that on Twitter? I think Devin trolling. Devin got an easy route to undisputed at 147. There's no reason for him to go to 54. 54 is in scrambles right now. I don't think that's a good idea for him to go to 54 right now. Let him try to clean up 147 first. So I find that very hard to believe. He's going to 54. If he said it on Twitter, I think he was trolling. He ain't going to 47, bro. I'm at 54. He has a lot of unfinished business at 47. He also did say he's looking for an opponent. That's the last thing I seen. But the 54 part, I don't know about that, bro. I don't think he's ready to go to 54. He just got the 40. Yes, he looked good at 47, but I think 54. I think he needs to get a few more fights at 47 before he even thinks about 54. He has the skills and the frame to go up there, but I don't want to see him rush it. Yeah, he's in negotiation with Bakram for May. What, bro? Bro, you gotta be trolling me, bro. The boxing report 75813. You gotta be trolling me, bro. Bro, I know you trolling me, right? Devin Haney's in negotiation with Bakram for May. Bro, cut it out, man. Where you getting these information from, bro? Like, damn, bro. You woke up and said, "Let me go troll." No interest, real quick. Like, what, bro? I feel like you really trolling me right now. Like, no bullshit. Like, where are you getting this information from? He said Twitter too. Damn. It's a private source, bro. Hey, yo. Now I know you really fucking with me. Now I know you really fucking with me. Yo, IMP Slayer serving 4406. He's trolling us, bro. I I am 100% sure Devin is not going to 54 anytime soon. I'm 100% sure. I think he gotta be trolling us, bro. He gotta be like, what, bro? The man just had one fight at 47. He gonna go straight to 54 when there's a lot of unfinished business at 47. It's not adding up, bro. Anyway, moving forward, let me get back to Tank and Pacquiao. He just became the WBO champ. Why wouldn't he? Yeah, but that's just too soon. What weight is that? Devo 9846. I'm hearing like either 140, 145 or something like that. Somewhere in the 140s. Tank fights at 135, so he'll be much healthier at 140, 145. We know Tank, he blows up. What's his name? What's the guy name? Yeah, it's a catch weight. Hold on, who ducked Devin? Shaking my head, he ducked Devin. Who ducked Devin? But it's a catch weight though, for sure. But what is the guy name that be with Tank? Oh, Leonard Ellaby, right? Leonard Ellaby says Gervonta Tank Davis, he walks around 168. Did you guys hear that interview one time? Where Leonard Ellaby was like, Gervonta, he's like he walks around 168. He walks around a super middleweight. So he walks around 168, but he fights at 135. Did y'all hear that? Gervonta Davis walk around 168, but he fights at 135. That man got to cut over 30 pounds to make weight. Yeah, he said 168. Dang. Shit. Yo, the boxing report trolling the shit out of me right now. He said Gervonta. He said Gervonta could fight Canelo after Manny. Like, come on, bro. You tripping, bro. Come on, man. Don't do me like that, bro. Devo says Gervonta a chubby guy. Yeah, he chubby for sure. Like you fight at 135 and you walk around 168. You know who's even more chubbier? Cool Boy Steph. Cool Boy Steph was fighting at 126. He was fighting at one what? Yeah, 126. He was fighting at 126, walking around like 170, bro. Do y'all believe? Can y'all believe that? Man fight at 126, walk around 170, 165. He said that on the little show with Roy Jones and Andre Ward. He was like, "Yeah, I walk around. I fight at featherweight, but I walk around super middleweight." What the freak, bro? How you a featherweight, but when you not fighting, you a super middleweight? That's crazy work. Y'all wasn't saying anything when Devin fought at 135, and after weigh-ins, He blew up to 165. Hey, listen, bro. As long as you can make the weight, bro. The boxing report 775813. Listen, I don't have a problem with anybody as long as they can make the weight, bro. If they can make the weight, that's cool. So how am I gonna get Cool Boy might move back down? Shit. Yo, you know I grew up with him. I'm from Philly. I grew up with Cool Boy. I grew up in the gym with him since 2014. Like I never sparred him because he was a little smaller than me. But I sparred a lot of other guys that we all know. But I grew up with him in the gym. Uh 43rd and Brook. Yeah, he a legend. His face is all over the gym. 43rd in Brooklyn. West Philly, down the bottom. We grew up together in the gym. I grew up with him, grew up with Steve Cunningham. When I say grew up with him, I mean like they watched me get older in the gym together. I was in the gym with brother Nassim Richardson. I was in the gym with Latif Atif O'Burlton. I came up with this man said I grew up with Ennis too. No, no, I ain't grew up with Ennis. Ennis from North. I'm from out west. Ennis is from North Philly. I'm from West Philly. I don't be in North like that. I go to North, but not as much. I stay out west more. Yeah, Cool Boy almost died making weight to fight a new weight. I feel that's how he lost. I fuck with Cool Boy. He just need to lock in. Yeah, he need to lock in. But yo, it's crazy. Like I used to go to the gym with Cool Boy every day, right, bro? Listen, I would go to the gym, and every day this man was the first one in the gym and the last one to leave. I'll lie to you not. But I never knew one day he'll be at the pinnacle of the sport fighting for world titles. You know how you just know somebody and then you just never know what they're gonna become? You just think they're okay, he's good, but you don't think he's gonna be making the millions one day. And that's what happened. I seen him like I seen him in the gym every day. Fast forward a couple years later, he's at the pinnacle of the sport of boxing. Like it's like you grew up with somebody, but you didn't expect them to like. I'm not saying he wasn't good, but I didn't expect him to make it as far as he did. Maybe I underestimated him or whatever. Maybe I underestimated him. Somebody said, yeah, Crawford used to put belt to ass on Shakur at the Performance Institute. Oh yeah, that's for sure. Shakur admitted. He said the first time he sparred Terrence Crawford, Crawford beat him up. That's what made him great. The boxing scholar says, finally, I caught you live. Yo, the boxing scholar, salute my guy. What's going on, man? Bro, I be going live, man. I just been a little, you mean? I've been a little down, bro. It's a lot of shit going on, man. My baby mom, she put me through a lot of shit in 2025. And I haven't fully recovered from it because I had a lot of stuff going for me. But as soon as I went to jail for domestic, as soon as I went to jail for domestic and came home, I did like 5 months in jail for domestic for something I didn't even do. She just lied. And I live in a Commonwealth state, so when she lied, they have to take me into jail. And I had to sit a few months just to see a judge, and she just for her not to show up 3 times for them to throw the case out. Like they couldn't throw it out. I had to go to the court 3 times, no show. Then they was going to throw the shit out. I went to the court 3 times, but they kept pushing my court date back. They stalled me out for like 5 months, bro. I came home. When I came home, all my hustles wasn't my hustles no more. Everything I was doing to make money was just slow. It's crazy how much shit happens in 5 months, bro. In 5 months, I lost all my hustle, bro. Everything I was doing, I was locked in. I was on top of the world. I was living in the 13th. I was living on a 13th floor penthouse in not Center City, City Line Avenue, Philadelphia. I ain't living in no penthouse no more. Like I don't know if y'all been following my channel for a minute. I was getting to the money, man. I was selling used cars, doing my thing. You gotta be careful who you have a baby with. My advice to everybody, maybe y'all older than me. I'm still in my 20s, but you gotta be careful who you have a baby with because that female could either build you up or ruin you. And my baby mom made me lose everything. I lost my crib, my car. I got locked up. I lost everything. She ruined my life. You would be a fool if you still cool with her at nah, bro. I got a baby with her. I don't want to be cool with her. I got a baby with her. So I gotta deal with her. You feel me, bro? I gotta deal with her, man. Bro, I lost everything, bro. I was making like 10K a month. I'm like, I'm barely seeing 3K a month. I can't even see 2K a month. Like I was making over 10K a month. Like I lost my hustle, bro. That girl took everything from me. Like it's crazy, man. She just came into my life and just ruined my life. I was selling used cars. I was selling used cars, bro. I was selling used cars. I was flipping cars. So now you trying to scam my fiance for his money? How did I try to scam your fiance for money? Queen underscore boxing. Who is your fiance? And I try to scam. I ain't never scammed nobody for no money. What are you talking about? Don't play on my channel if I put your stupid ass in timeout. You clown. Stop playing with me, bro. Damn, how were you getting them? Oh, I get them from the auction, bro. I get them from the auction. Let me put this stupid ass in timeout. You a clown. I don't even know who you are. Weirdo. The fuck I'm out. Let me put your stupid ass on timeout. Dummy. I get them from the auction, bro. I get them from the auction. You gotta go to the auction. You gotta get a dealer's license, bro. Once you get a dealer's license and you gotta get zoning, right? You gotta get a dealer's license, bro. Or you gotta know somebody that's a dealer and you can work with them. I know a lot of people that's dealers. We go get the cars and shit. We buy them Jones green light though. You gotta buy a green light. We only mess with clean title cars though, cause they easier to sell. Because when you get high end cars and they salvage, people be wanting the history on the car. What's the history on this car? Everybody be wanting. What's the maintenance records? Like, come on, you expect me to give you the whole maintenance record on a car? I bought this bitch from the auction. I bought this joint from the auction. I ain't got no maintenance record for you. They be wanting the maintenance record and all that. I'm like, yo, I ain't got all that, bro. You want the car or not? Hey, yo, Multiverse Gaming 384. He said, salute, bro. Salute. What's going on, man? Adam T2R9T. He said, take Duck and Shakur to fight Pack. He high on quack. Hey, yo. Yeah, he don't want to fight Shakur. That's the only person he doesn't want to fight. Oh, matter of fact, he don't want to fight Teofimo Lopez or Devin. He ducked all the big names. Let's be real. He ducked Vasil Lomachenko for years. And I like Tank, guys. I like Tank, but we got to call it what it is. He avoided the fights with the big names. I mean, it's the people that maybe it's not Tank. It's just the people that's around him. I don't know. Maybe he want to fight those guys, but the people that's in his ear is telling him don't fight those guys or some shit. So I don't know, man. But yeah, we wanted to see the Devin Haney versus Tank fight a long time ago. We wanted to see the Shakur versus Tank fight. I think Tank will fight Devin before he fights Shakur. Tank don't like Shakur. He hates Shakur with a passion. He hates Shakur with a passion, bro. He don't like Shakur at all. He hates Shakur with a passion. You mention Shakur to Tank, he starts stuttering. He start getting mad. He don't like Shakur at all. He hate that man. I don't know what Shakur did to him, but he don't like Shakur at all. He don't like that man. He want to take it to the streets. Tank versus Pac-Man is a big fight though. He says, I don't know what weight though. They talking about like 140, 145. It is a big fight. It's one of the biggest fights in the sport. Pacquiao still has a name. He still has support. And Tank is at the height of his career. So this is one of the biggest fight in 2026 if it does happen. Other than Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua. After what just happened to Anthony Joshua, you know, what happened to Anthony Joshua was crazy, bro. You know, but I don't want to say too much. But if you just look at the whole situation, you could tell that didn't happen by accident. That was like either planned or meant to happen. You just look at the situation, it's just suspect. Anthony Joshua was sitting in the front seat and they told him to go to the back seat and then the car accident happened. It's a little fishy. I don't want to get into conspiracy, but it's a little fishy. My man in the front seat with the driver and they tell him to go to the back. Once he goes to the back on the side where the driver's at, then the accident happens and the other two guys get killed. That's crazy. So I'm not even gonna go off on that situation. I'm gonna leave that alone because that whole situation. People got killed, and it just looks like it looks real fishy. I don't want to dive into it, so I'm gonna leave it alone. Just focus on boxing. But prayers to Anthony Joshua. Hopefully he bounces back and he comes back to boxing and box. I haven't really wanted to speak on the shit because it's just too much to it. Pac-Man is watch. It's not a big fight. Pac-Man still got a name. He still has a name, bro. I mean, it's a big fight market wise. It's not like a hardcore boxing fan type fight. It's just a money grab. It's a name recognition thing. It's popularity contest. Yeah, yeah, bro. As soon as the whole situation happened, I knew that whole situation was fishy, bro. I don't want to talk too much about it, but it was definitely suspect. The boxing report says Peck doesn't have any belts. Yeah, he don't need a belt, bro. He just need to show up. He has the popularity. He has the name. He's one of the goats of this generation. So all he has to do is just show up. He has a whole country behind him. That's all that matters. If it makes money, it makes sense. How you skip a whole division of smoke, hey yo, for money? That's the only reason why he's doing it. Both guys. He just lost his Jake Paul fight. He lost his Jake Paul fight. So the only fight he can fight to make that close to that Jake Paul money is a Manny Pacquiao or a Ryan Garcia too, or either a Devin Haney or Shakur Stevenson. But he don't want to fight those guys. He rather fight guys he knows he could beat. So a Ryan Garcia part two would be a big fight. I'm not trying to make assumption, but what if Jake hires someone because he knew Joshua would be in Nigeria? Ooh. Uh um the boxing report 75813. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I ain't gonna put a jacket on Jake. I think this stuff is bigger than just Jake, bro. I think it's bigger than Jake. It's bigger than Jake. It's the people that run the world, bro. It's not just Jake. It's the people that run the world. You know. All right, let me. I don't want to get too much into conspiracy, but let me get your channel swatted. He said, "Don't get your channel swatted." I know, yo, Devo, salute. I don't want to get my channel. I don't want to talk too much, but I'm gonna just say this, just a little bit. All right, I'm gonna say a little bit for my man, the boxing report. The boxing report. I'm gonna say this. I'm pretty sure you know what I'm about to say, but I'm just about to get into depth a little bit more. Bro, we live in a world where there's secret societies, the Masons, they run the world, right? The Freemasons, they run the world. And we know they do these events, you know, they do it for celebrities. They have to do these, if you want to say rituals or whatever the situation is, they have to do that for a guy to get to the next level. Let's say if you want to get into the $100 million club, you want to get into the $500 million club, you want to get into the $1 billion club, somebody close to you has to go. I mean, that's just the way the world works, but I don't want to get too much into that before people start saying, hey, yo, no credit, no interest. I mean, no interest, you're crazy. But if you want to keep getting into that, you want to keep making the millions, them $100 million paydays. Some people got to go missing. Tragic events has to happen. That's the situation. But we're going to leave that alone. Allegedly. Devo, my guy, appreciate you. Allegedly, that's what we've heard. That that's what goes on in the world. Allegedly. Devo, thank you for saving me, my boy. Hey, yo. Thank you for saving me. Allegedly, y'all. YouTube, allegedly. That's what happened, allegedly. I don't know what happened, but that's what I heard. I just find it very odd how it happened literally the week after, but it's whatever. Yeah, it is kind of odd, bro. It is. It really is. But allegedly, that's what happened. But how do y'all predict the Tank versus Devo? Yeah, you're right. Allegedly. Everything I said was for entertainment purposes, and everything I heard and said was allegedly. Hey, yo, Devo, what was I about to say? How do y'all really see the Tank versus How do y'all see the Tank versus Manny fight playing out though? Do y'all think that fight ends in a knockout? Do Tank knock Manny Pacquiao out? He said, "There you go." yo, yo, Devo, what's up, my guy? How you see the Tank versus Pacquiao fight go though? You think Tank knocks him out, or you think Pacquiao, the bigger man, is supposed to beat Tank, even though he's almost 50 years old? How do you see that fight playing out? I know I'm gonna be mad if Tank doesn't knock him out. Tank has to knock him out. That man's almost 50 years old. The boxing report 75813 says Tank probably might get a shutout performance against Pac. Y'all don't see a knockout? Y'all don't see a knockout? Um, I don't think Manny. You heard somebody said Manny's still dangerous. In what way? I don't. I don't. I don't know. I don't know if Manny's dangerous. Like whoever said that, I don't know what they mean by that because if Manny was still dangerous, the person that said that should look back on Manny versus Mario Barrios. Manny had recently fought Mario Barrios and he fought Ugas, right? From watching Manny Pacquiao versus Ugas fight, and that was a few years ago. Watching Manny Pacquiao versus Mario Barrios, you cannot sit here and tell me Manny Pacquiao is dangerous. It's not dangerous. Nah, I don't see him clipping Tank, man. He hasn't knocked nobody out in forever. He hasn't knocked nobody, and he had a tough fight with some tall guy in an exhibition. He had a tough fight in an exhibition. Manny Pacquiao's an old man. I don't see him clipping Tank, but Tank should knock him out. That's what I'm saying though. If Tank doesn't knock him out, I'm gonna be really disappointed, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you because you're fighting a guy that's all. You're fighting a grandpa. You should knock this dude out. It don't matter how big he is. And Manny, we know Manny Pacquiao came from the little weight classes too. So Tank should be able to knock Manny out. If he doesn't knock him out, if he doesn't knock him out, it's a bad look on Tank. You said it's a lose lose. Who is a lose lose for though? Manny or Tank? You said it, bruh. It's a lose lose. But who is it for though? It's a lose lose for who? Manny or Tank? I don't think it's a lose lose for either guy because they're making so much money in the process. When you're making so much money, it's never a lose lose situation, guys. When it's a lot of money on the line, you're winning. It's not a lose lose situation. You're winning. It's only a lose lose situation when the money isn't enough. If he don't knock him out, it's bad. If he do, is oh. I get what you saying. I get what you saying from the fan perspective, not the fighter perspective. I get what you saying. You're right. It is a lose lose situation for Tank because if he doesn't knock out Manny, it's a bad look. But if he does knock him out, he was supposed to do it. Yeah, you're right. Kavi93 says fake news. Hey man, everybody's talking about it, bro. So we'll see. We don't know if it's fake news for sure, but we'll see, my boy. If the fight does happen, then what? KV93. They're discussing this fight. They're agreeing on the weight. They're saying they want to make this fight in 2026. If it does happen, then what are you gonna say then? Since you're saying fake news, you know it makes sense. Gervonta needs a big payday. The only person that can give him a big payday, it's either Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, or Shakur Stevenson. But he's not going to fight any of those guys. So why not fight Manny Pacquiao? Devo says, nah, they going to hate Tank if he knocks Manny out worse than Marquez. Shit. They might just do that. They might just do that. You got a point. But man, I'm real sleepy, man. I'm real sleepy. I'm about to go to sleep. Devo, I'm about to go to sleep. I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna try to go live more often. It's your boy No Interest, and I'm out.